What's up, guys? This is Mad Mike Podcast. My name is Mychelle Vasvary. My co-host Mark Day. Everyone,
hi,
he's
Mychelle.
Here. We have a special guest, Eddie Shively. He's in the studio right now. But first, we're just going to talk a little bit about the podcast because this is our very first podcast.
Number one. This is our virgin podcast.
Episode 001 on the docket. If anyone, I don't think anyone's even keeping track. Our engineer doesn't even know. But this is the first one, so it's going to be easy to kind of dummy-proof it. But I am, I guess, I don't know, should I say something about me?
Sure.
Sure. No one gives a fuck anyways. But my name is Mychelle Vasvary. I'm from Hungarian descent. Born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio, which is a great city. It's like, don't give me that fucking sad little nod.
Come check out our 4 buildings.
Oh, okay. And one of them is a federal building. The other one is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
it's a pyramid, right?
Yeah, it's okay. There's this thing in France called the Louvre. You know, it's the same architect.
Oh, wow.
So that's why, sure, if you could
That's
go with
cool.
pyramid if you're, just a fucking retard with a high school education at best. But anyways.
Egyptians, whatever.
So, it's fine. Anyways.
So is the Memphis Amphitheater, which is shaped like a pyramid, but it's abandoned and for sale and no one will buy it.
And that's a great segue for our engineer.
All right, that's my engineer person. His name's Brian Dixon. I told him, guys, don't worry, going forward, that you will hear the very bare minimum from him. But he is my resident geek. So he knows a lot of things about stuff, and his first car was a DeLorean. We met in high school, and we were just friends because he was the weirdo guy that wore the, what do you call it, like the leather capes and stuff, and had a sword, and he wore a vial of blood around his neck.
I believe that's called Loser.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or the
That
coolest
is
kid.
correct.
The coolest kid ever. And everyone was scared of him because we went to high school around Columbine time and stuff, but I wasn't scared of him. Even though his DeLorean, the speedometer was broken, so we always just had to kind of guess.
Guess if it
They
was 1985.
all break.
What? They all break. Okay, sure. But anyways, we started this podcast because me and Mark met years ago. We were working on a film, which later it was an independent film, but it later became a Hallmark Christmas classic.
Yeah,
I
Hallmark
say.
Channel. Hallmark Channel.
On the Hallmark Channel. Mark was a PA. I was key PA. I'm sorry. I think you were the key PA.
Sure.
I mean, this was years ago.
I'll take
but
the title.
Okay.
I don't think I was, but
I think you were. No.
I'll take it.
Oh, sure.
It's important.
And I was the director's assistant. We met on that movie because I had a very difficult job. I had to bring the director chapstick to the set every day and other ridiculous, retarded shit because he was a dickless, hopeless, lifeless loser that hadn't directed a movie in a long time, and he was psyched that he finally got hired again. So he took it like Oprah level, like insane Oprah level. So, so me and Mark bonded over that because, I don't know.
Well, because I would see you stressed out all the time, and having been, myself been a PA in a lot of movies and stuff like that, I would always like take care of the interns that would come on the shows, and like they would always kind of like have that. Someone would have shell shock, like, oh my gosh, the first assistant director just yelled at me. It's like, well, yeah, this is a film set, and I would calm them down, and I saw that you were like upset all the time, so I was like, oh.
I wouldn't say it was upset. I said I was just angry because even though I was kind of fresh off the boat and it was my first main gig here, I had produced local television in Ohio.
Yeah.
And also, like, I'm just I guess kind of a misanthropic, tough chick that sees through like a ton of. I just knew, like, I know that in Hollywood you don't have to bring. It's not a requirement to bring a director chapstick to the set. Well, everyone waits to do the shot because he needs his specific chapstick.
Hold the roll.
I brought it to him on a Q-tip. I'm not exaggerating.
Wow.
Yeah.
So she was always venting, and it's funny because I
drank a lot of gin back then too.
We're hanging out over by where all the snacks are on the table, and she'd come over and she just would be like huffing and puffing and like, I can't believe this guy. I'm like, well, okay, what's the matter? And we got to talking, and she just started making me laugh because she was just so angry at everything. And I guess I'm just like completely opposite. I'm so mellow and like laid back that it just made me laugh because I was in awe of like, who's this angry all the time? I don't understand it, but I was fascinated by it, and
like,
it just made me laugh.
She's so angry, but yet like she's so breathtakingly beautiful at the same time.
Yes.
Like no one knows how to.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's why I have a hard time.
Right.
I
It's
think.
scary.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, this is our guest Eddie Shively in the
Hi,
studio.
guys. Thanks for having me.
Wonderful stand-up comedian. I feel like you're always. I feel like you live at the Comedy Store. I feel like you sleep on a cot, kind of in the back, and
Yeah, I sleep in the belly room.
The belly room. I like the Comedy Store, except for they have weak ass drinks and they're really pricey.
And it smells funny in there.
It does smell a little funny, but I like it.
And it's the wildest shows, I gotta say.
Yeah.
This past week,
Yeah.
I had 6 drunk girls ejected from the show.
Really?
Did you eject them?
Yeah, 'cause I was hosting.
Oh, you're
I was
hosting.
hosting last Friday, and they were getting a little drunk, and I admit I may have called them a cunt a few times.
Who cares? Who gives a shit? Cunt is a new bitch.
So they got a
Yeah.
little upset. They started saying "fuck you," and
Are you on stage during this?
yeah.
Okay.
And have you guys seen Friday?
Friday, the original Friday.
Yeah, you know the
I'm in the
line-
kitchen, you in the kitchen.
Yeah, you know the line "Bye, Felicia."
Yeah.
They start yelling that at me.
Oh God, these fucking white bitches.
Yeah.
They love the
I didn't
Bye
even have to
Felicia.
say they were
See?
white. I just said drunk bitches. And she knew.
Because I know, because they're all, it's like they all, okay, it's like they had a double feature of 50 Shades of Grey and Friday at the same time, and that's why it's like they all suddenly know about Bye Felicia.
Yeah,
right.
In 2000, when was that movie when did Friday come out?
99.
I don't even know.
Like that?
Oh, hey,
It was 90s
engineer,
for
can you
sure.
look it up real quick?
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Okay, so it's like, yeah, it's like that's what happened. I'm pretty sure. It's kind of like, okay, so Cinderella just came out,
Right.
and they had a short featurette of Frozen
1995.
1995. Okay, so that was wow. So like, yeah, 20. That doesn't seem like 20 years ago, but it's like they enticed people. It's like they had a 20th release of Friday, but they enticed them with you got to see a free viewing of.
It was like a loss leader at like a grocery store where it's like, they put like, hey, we've got 50% off of Shasta soda here right there at the cash register. Like, oh, 50. Oh, I don't really like chocolate flavored soda, but give it a try. It's like
Right.
50 cents,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Loss
anyways,
leader.
okay, so these white dumbass bitches, you're saying bye Felicia, which they have no business saying.
Yeah, and at that point I kind of snapped, and security had already been brought into the room, so I said, "Get the fuck out, bitch." And then she got in my face, and I was called an acne-ridden loser.
Oh, be still my heart.
Oh yeah,
All right. Wait, okay, question.
brought
Is
me
this-
all the
Wow.
way back to 10th grade on that one.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'm on the stage. You
I mean,
stupid.
that's a deep cut. I mean,
Was.
whoa.
Yeah. Wow. What is that?
This is Friday.
The Bye Felicia scene.
Is this the bye Felicia?
Yeah.
What's up, Craig? What's up, Smokey? Nothing.
All right. Anyway, so we're all waiting for this line.
Smoking on. Nothing. What you want?
Don't you hate that on YouTube when like
Yeah, I'm just cut to the-
like they title it "This is the Bye Felicia
kind of
scene,"
shit is
but
that?
you have to watch like 3
more
minutes
bar
of the
sugar.
freaking
Yeah.
clip before they even get to the money.
Right.
My car?
It's called editing, people. Let's go ahead and just get the money shot.
Yeah, I don't know where the money shot is, but anyway, well, it's gonna make
All right,
what we're
I can't
feeding
find
into
it.
this.
I've never seen Friday, so I'm not even sure.
Oh
where it
my
is.
God, I can't even
I
talk
think
to
it
him right now.
spawned 2 sequels, right?
Don't
Like
judge me.
next Friday and the Friday after next, or something like that.
Yeah, and
right.
See-
I think the new one is in production now. They're
Probably.
making another one.
Oh yeah.
No, they're not.
Was it called
thought they
Friday?
were.
What is it called, like-
20 years later,
Yeah,
Friday.
2 months. 2 months
Yeah,
from now,
like
Friday.
2 months from now, Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Friday 2 months from now. See, when I was married for 4 years. I was married to a man
A man. Oh wow.
who, well, the
How
laws were
progressive.
the laws back then. He knew every word for word of Friday. And there's nothing funnier than being stoned and seeing a white middle-aged man who's like very white collar, like extremely white collar, recite every single word to Friday. There's nothing you.
Did it
he
come
should-
off like mockingly racist?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Because he went
That's what
to
if I did that.
no, not at all. He
Look
went to
at these
college and
blackies.
no, he went to college in Cincinnati and has a lot of, you know what I mean, like has a lot of
Cred.
black friends. Anyways, so these 6 girls, I have a question. Were they in a group together like a bachelorette party, or were these 6 individual girls all giving you a hard time at different times?
They were together.
Oh, they were together. Okay.
Yeah, they were there to see one comedian in particular.
Was it Little Easter or whatever her name is, Little Esther?
No, no,
Oh,
no.
I
It
feel
was
like
some probably like open micer
oh,
level.
they were her friends. Okay.
How many of them were wearing like just that small little black dress
And a neck
didn't
scarf.
fit on them?
The one who claimed she was married seemed to be the sluttiest in my opinion.
And why does it seem like the one that's dressed the sluttiest is always the one that shouldn't be dressing the sluttiest? Do you know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie, none of them were terrible looking.
Okay.
Okay.
What were we thinking? Like 5s, 6s?
Really,
7s?
Mark, the point system on my show?
what do you want to do? Like chili peppers?
Oh, all right.
Jalapenos?
like in the menu?
Anaheims?
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
No,
habanero.
There
no,
were
like
2 jalapenos.
Well, okay, that's pretty spicy.
you know how like in a if
Get
you go
some
to
water
like
after that.
Chili's or like
Sure.
a chain restaurant
Oh,
and it
right.
has on the key on the menu and it has like how many peppers hot, like, oh, this is the the smoky fire roasted chicken fettuccine alfredo. Oh, just one pepper.
But the
Or
thing is,
3 peppers.
But what pepper is it though? That's what
I
the
think
question
the
should be
most you
asking.
can do is 3 peppers.
But it's like, okay, are these like, Anaheim peppers, which aren't very spicy at
feel
all?
like it's always a
are
s-
these,
Or a ghost
jalapenos?
pepper.
Jalapenos, middles, ghost peppers.
Because 3 ghost peppers, I mean, might as well just,
I think you
take
pi-
it to go.
I think
to
you
the
piss
ambulance.
blood
Exactly.
at 3 ghost peppers.
They call the
I'm not a
ambulance.
doctor.
They put it in a doggy bag and they go, have fun.
Yeah. With your liquid shit that's going to come out of your ass. Anyway, so these girls, you kick them out.
Yeah.
Do you do the whole thing on stage or do you privately? No, you did the whole thing on stage.
Yeah, I brought security up while I was on stage.
my
I've never done
God.
anything like it. I think I kind of power tripped for a second.
To be honest.
Just enjoyed it a little
honest.
bit,
Did it feel good?
Oh, it felt fantastic.
I bet it did.
Oh, yeah.
Screw
It's
these
like,
bitches.
get the fuck out, bitch. I'm not even that type of guy in a relationship.
Right.
Right.
So it felt good to just finally be that
Give it to
asshole
'em.
for
Yeah.
once. you
Right.
know?
But if they were heckling, okay, here's my thing. I have no patience for the heckling thing. Then you know what? Okay, you ever see the clip of Jeffrey in New York? He's at the Comedy Cellar. I think it was a Comedy Cellar. I'm almost 100% sure. And he just goes off on this whoever. I don't know if it was a guy or a girl because you can't tell from the clip. And he's like, you know what then? You get up here. You get up here and you sit at your house and you write your own fucking jokes and you get the fuck up here and you fucking tell them. Otherwise, keep your fucking mouth shut. Like, I don't diss firefighters because I didn't go through the program and I don't know how to fight a fire. Okay? So, like, I'm not going to.
So wait, you're not at a grocery store and you see the guy like going beep, beep, like, I bet, yeah, hey, I could do that a little bit better. Hey,
Yeah.
who scans that produce like that, loser?
Yeah, no one does that. No one
But I do want to
does
point
that.
out the irony that you opened the show with "fuck the police."
No, that's
Firefighters,
No, that's an encouragement.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The police need love
Sexual.
too. Come on.
Okay, my
Yeah.
bad. My
People
bad.
get that song wrong
I grew-
all the time.
Grew up with black
actually-
people. I get confused.
It's actually a pro-police song. They're just saying,
okay.
listen, police need love too.
I get it.
Yeah.
It all
That's
makes sense
what it
now.
is. You
Sure.
absolute retard.
Fuck the police.
Please fuck those police. Fuck them good, ladies. Fuck them good. Fucking suck their dicks and fuck them. My God, my sister's calling me in the middle of this fucking podcast. I'm not picking up. Hey, actually, I will pick up. Hold on.
No,
My sister-
let's call her back on Skype.
Okay. Hey, hold on, real quick. Hey, Nikki. I can't tuck my headphone. Hey, Nikki. I'm doing my podcast. Can you please not fucking call me in the middle of this shit? I call you.
Tell her to call her right back.
I'll call you. Okay?
She can't speak.
I can't hear. Wait. Oh, that's it. Okay, she's so sweet. It's just.
After that verbal
She's a nurse.
berating.
She's a nurse. She's my big sister. Okay. Anyway, so Eddie, I guess. Okay, let's talk about this. For a long time, you were born and raised right here, right?
Yeah.
In LA,
Southern California.
Southern California. Okay, so you grew up. You graduated high school like everyone else, unless you're a loser. Sorry, did you drop out of high school?
I did kind of drop out.
Did you go back? Obviously.
Yeah.
Did you
I
wear
went back.
capes and have a vial of blood around your neck? Or no?
No, but I was like that sad gothic kid who.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Always wore black. I was like the fat ginger.
I feel
Life was
I
hard.
feel your pain.
Okay, so Eddie's interesting for 2 reasons. Okay.
Life was hard.
Well, I mean, not the fact. Besides the fact
Two
that he's a
reasons and
comic.
2 reasons only.
No, okay. I met Eddie because we did another podcast, radio show, whatever you want to call it, together, and it stuck out to me that you lost a bunch of weight, and then B, which was not as fascinating as the fact that you worked in the medical field for a really long time.
Yeah.
Before you ditched it and just said, I'm gonna do stand up.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
let's get your journey. What did you do right after high school?
I went to a vocational school
Okay.
where technically didn't need a degree to get any sort of diploma or certification there. So I went there, got into surgical technology, assisted in surgeries for a couple of years before I got into tissue donation.
Mm-hmm.
And my job there was basically going to coroner's offices, funeral homes, hospitals in 7 counties in California and recovering tissue from cadavers, like bones, tendons,
That's
eyes.
dead bodies, guys. Who doesn't know what a cadaver is?
Yeah. Big words, my bad.
I don't know who's going to listen to this with the spectrum of like social economical
All the
people.
doctors in Orange County are going to be like, please explain what a cadaver is. Please explain the tissue sampling. And like, so how did you recover tissue? What does that entail?
Surgically, you'd make incisions and
Incisions?
Hack them up like a medical. I said
yeah,
medical Dexter, but I
chop
don't know
them
if
up.
that's
You
a.
cut them open, and you pull out the things you need.
Jesus Christ.
Now, was it like on demand? Like, did you get just like a text message from some guy saying, "Hey, I need some bone marrow"?
No, basically,
Like
the company I worked for was also an organ procurement company.
Okay.
And it's legally required that whenever a hospital has a patient who gets on life support or passes away, they have to call the organ and tissue procurement. And that would be us. So we'd then contact the family, find out their background, see if we can get consent from the family, and then then I would get dispatched out to whatever hospital or.
And you had like a little bag of incision.
Yeah, I'd go out there with
Yeah, he needs
surgical
tools, Mark,
equipment.
you fucking idiot.
I don't know. I mean,
You can't just go up to a dead body and start clawing into it like you're an evil Disney character.
Walking Dead
Yeah.
for some
Caesar
reason.
Or Walking
they're
Dead.
open to rip people's bodies open, even
Okay,
though
and
they're rotting flesh.
those are called zombies. You fucking moron. They're called zombies. That's who rips apart people with their bare
But
hands and
zombies
claws.
are like the dead, right? And they're rotting, right?
They're the undead.
They're
That's true,
undead.
but their flesh is still rotting. How are they so strong and able to rip bodies open?
That's how it works. Can you explain zombies, Brian?
I can't.
They wouldn't actually last more than a few months in the Georgia heat, to be honest. The amount of
thank you.
necrosis that would happen in that show, by this point, there
Thank
would be nothing left.
Thank you.
There'd be
Okay.
these puddles like moaning at them.
You know a big word too.
That's about the end of that one.
Okay, so
But zombies, like in Phoenix, it would be like these leathery things. That would be a scary town. Like Vegas.
And they would be
Vegas zombies would be.
They'd be
freaky.
driving like perfectly rust-free cars too, from like the 60s.
okay, so Eddie, how long did you do that tissue
I
medical
did-
Dexter stuff? That's how I pictured in my head that you were just like used chainsaws and you like wrapped in tarp and
That's what I was trying to get at. It's like not using chainsaws and stuff. I wanted to know what the instruments were.
That was basically surgical instruments, large scalpel, scissors,
and a chain
forceps.
and a saw.
bone saw,
No, actually, chisels.
chisels.
Oh, chisels. See,
Yeah.
I think I would dig that shit because I hate people.
You know, it does help to have like a general sense of loathing for mankind.
Yeah. Oh my god, I could do that job. I can do it tomorrow. What's the training process like?
It's actually not hard to get into. I think,
God, if it's like 6 months, I'm doing it.
you can be an EMT.
Mychelle has found.
Yeah, but
it.
then I
EMT
gotta
training.
save people, and I don't care about that.
You just got to get the certification, and then you can get the job.
So okay, wait. I have to be an EMT first and pretend I want to help. You know,
Yeah.
You know, kind of like share a wink and everyone
Then you
and
can
tell
chop
them.
up as many people as you
And then
want.
I can chop up as many people as I want. I
What-
love it. I want to do it now. Can I just forge
She's
an
like
EMT?
licking
Make it
your
sound
lips.
so much more erotic than it was.
I know. She's licking your lips right now. She's like
because
sweating.
I really am
Here's the water.
sweating. You know why I'm sweating though? Real quick, can I just talk about my shirt?
Yeah.
So you guys don't
Yeah.
think I'm some fucking weirdo?
I'll describe what it looks like. It looks kind of
Please
like
describe
a one of those hyper color shirts from the 90s that you could put your hand on and it would change color. Kind of tie-dyed. It's a green.
That is a horrible.
No, it's
What are you
that is a
talking about?
perfect
Is that
description.
real?
Yeah, those are
Were
real.
you
Don't
on
remember
drugs?
those? No, dude.
I mean,
He doesn't do
That's
any
kinda-
drugs.
Come on,
He's
I grew up in
Mormon. He
Utah.
doesn't even drink. I found the only
drink.
Mormon, I don't know. He speaks fluent German.
I do.
Works on a. Can I say what network you work on?
Sure.
He works on a white guy, Mormon, speaks fluent German, doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, just had a baby with his beautiful, beautiful wife,
Thank you very much.
and works on a BET show. I found
Yep.
that. I found the only person with all those.
I'm the diversity.
are your people okay with that?
Yeah, I had to write a letter to the headquarters and wait a couple months, and I got a letter back that says, "We'll let this one go.
Okay.
We'll let this one slide. It's 2015. Let's try to be hip."
Okay.
So I'm there. Here I am.
We just had to make sure Mitt Romney could come on at any
Got us
time.
full
Well,
approval?
Uncle Mitt called me and he said, "Hey, could you mention my name? I want to get some more credit in that community." And I said, "I'll see what I can do."
Street cred.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do, Mitt.
Okay, anyways, my shirt. I bought this shirt yesterday at the lovely store, and I'm not trying to plug them, but there's a store here, especially if you're listening in any other state, but here. There's a store called That's a Wrap,
Oh, right.
and it has the it's a store. It's called That's a Wrap because after production wraps with their TV. The wardrobe is basically useless unless the cast takes it home. So they sell it to this store, and instead of donating it, some
Uniquely,
productions,
it's uniquely LA. It's a
Yeah.
very unique LA creation.
some productions, I just want to note this, do donate, but whatever. Some people sell it, so they sell it to this store called Let's Make a Wrap, and then they sell it to us for like peanuts or sometimes really expensive. But this shirt, guess how much this shirt was? It's from The View.
Oh.
And I'm guessing it was bought for Whoopi.
It had to have been Whoopi shirt. I was just gonna say, guys, because if you can't see, it's like I'm trying to think. It is a very '90s throwback. It's like green. It's like a light greenish kind of lime color with some white.
Look how, wait, let me stand up.
tie-dye.
Let me stand up.
Yeah, show it to the camera better.
It leans. You know what I'm saying? Like when people, and if you go to our website, madmikepodcast.com, you'll be able to see it. It's one of those kind of shirts that like leans to one
Literally
side.
it's a tablecloth.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's longer on one side than it is on the other.
And then the sleeves, I'm struggling here. The sleeve, look at the sleeve. Look
Just
at this.
imagine Whoopi wearing this.
This is Whoopi's shirt, and it was $100. The tag was still on it, so I saw how much it was. It was $159. So it was $100. I saved the tag to show you, but it's upstairs. So I got it for $13
Nice.
because they tried it. They marked it down to 80, and they marked it down to 55. Then they marked it down to 30, and then they went for 13, and I was like sold because I am wearing Whoopi's shirt.
It has to have been Whoopi. It couldn't have been
Yeah, it
anybody
couldn't
else.
have
Well, I asked the girl because they usually have codes on there, and there was no code. It just said View. So when I went up to buy it, I said, "Is this The View?" Like from The View. She goes, "Yeah." I go, "Perfect. Thank you so much." I go, it has to be Whoopi's. She goes, "No, it was Whoopi's." I said
Nice.
13. She didn't want to wear it. The tag was still on it.
Damn.
So I'll wear your
Yeah.
hand-me-downs Whoopi.
Nice.
Whatever. I like it. I'm sweating though because the cotton is so
Yeah, it
high
kind of looks fleece
quality. No, the cotton is so high quality that it's thick. It's just thick.
Well, now that I know the story, I love the shirt.
Don't you love this shirt
Yeah.
now? I feel like
Because when we came in, it was just kind of
It's
like,
kinda
what,
like,
the-
okay.
what the
is
fuck are
She's
you
trying
wearing? You
something new.
Okay, secondhand store.
Oh, but it is. It is. It's like a blanket. Look at this.
like
It's covering my feet. It's a blanket.
Yeah. like a
Anyways, so I just wanted to point out that I'm wearing a celebrity's rejected wardrobe choices. Like the little girl, the wardrobe assistant probably went in her room holding it on the hanger, and she was probably like, "Molly, you in danger, girl. You don't get that shirt out of my dress." I can't do at Whoopi.
Oh, that was Whoopi.
The vaguely African American woman.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
anyway,
guess so.
so you were hacking up bodies left and right.
No, you were collecting blood slides, right? And putting them in a box and putting them inside the...
Yeah, with serial
sure,
killers.
sure.
Okay, so you're hacking up bodies left and right, and then when did you come? How many years did you do that?
I did it for 2 years.
And where did the tissue go? Did it go to like...
It would eventually go
Molly.
for transplant. It would
Oh,
first
transplant.
go to
You in
like a,
danger, girl.
That was a much better person. You improved on your second chance.
yeah.
Can you? One more time. Brian? Can you do that one more time?
Working on it.
Oh, okay.
This is our first show, guys.
Oh, God, this is so rough. So you hacking up bodies left and
Molly.
right.
You in danger, girl.
See? You nailed it.
Well done.
Whatever. I was fine. And then you came to when did you come to a point where you were like, what am I doing?
About a year and a half in,
Okay.
I was thinking, okay, it was starting to take a bit of emotional toll. I tried moving up within the company to get away from the actual hacking up.
Yeah. Left and right.
Tried to get like the office position. And there I was told by a guy I trained that I didn't have enough experience to do the job.
Perfect. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, okay, sure. I see myself here for a long time.
Where do you
Yeah.
see yourself in 10 years?
When people ask me that, I'm like, I see
penis
myself
transplant?
I see myself strangling you in your sleep. That's what I see.
I see
People that ask those questions,
You see this chisel?
I'm gonna
Live
use it.
bodies?
So then obviously you quit.
Yeah.
And then what happened? You moved right back in with your parents or no?
No, I ended up staying in my apartment until I got evicted.
Right.
Moved in.
It's usually the reason people move.
That's
Yeah.
a power move, though.
Yeah, right.
Wait till
Showed
that's
that landlord.
Yeah.
Tried to kick my ass out.
I'm sure he's devastated.
Yeah. All that pot smoke coming from my apartment. I'm sure he was very upset when I left.
Oh, whatever.
Which then segues into what happened next. I moved in with a foster brother of mine.
Okay.
We started selling weed. And
That's right.
eventually,
I forgot about that part. Yeah.
Yeah, eventually started a medical marijuana delivery service.
Doing God's work.
Yeah. Trying to spread the cure.
Yeah. Hey, a lot of people, if you have cancer and stuff and you're like an 80-year-old woman, you're not leaving the house to go to the dispensary.
No.
No.
Although, I do see him there every once in a while. And it warms my heart because that's who I want to be one day.
Yeah. I'm gonna be that right now.
And they
And I'd-
spend bank on those social security checks. They go in $300
Wow.
buying
Damn.
ounces with some wax and all those sorts of
And the
shit.
vapor and yeah.
So when you were doing the delivery service, was this when it was legalized or when it was not legalized?
This was when it was legalized. It was
I don't
So it
think you
wasn't
would
like
talk
you-
about it,
Completely
Mark.
it wasn't like
business.
Mario's diapers and like you pull up and like, here's your diapers.
It's weird that you just came up with the perfect cover, by the way. It's bizarre that you just came up with that cover.
yeah,
out
because
of
everybody
nowhere.
gets diapers
I want
delivered.
to say Mario's diapers is a pull from some old movie.
No,
can't
you
think
just
of what
made
it
that
is.
shit up, you weirdo.
No, I'm dead serious.
I know you have a secret life. No one's this perfect and weird. Okay, so
Me
you're
admit, perfect.
Get
and
pulled
weird.
over and the cop's like, "What are you doing?" I'm just delivering diapers, officer.
Yeah.
Perfectly
Officer.
normal
See the
day.
sign on the van. What's
One
that
diaper
smell?
at a time.
What's that smell? Oh, those are diapers, sir.
To the
It's
dirty
diapers.
ones.
Do you like to smell diapers?
Yeah, it smells like
Kind of smells like pot. It does. Yeah, they kind of smell
It's
like
weird, isn't
Yeah,
it?
you
Pot.
know,
No,
I've
no,
been
you
saying
mentioned
all
it.
day.
I couldn't nail it. That's it.
shit smells like Maui Wowie now. You didn't know that, officer? That's what baby poo smells like. It smells like Maui Wowie. Police are so dumb. So anyways, you're doing that.
Yeah.
Mario's diapers, the weed service.
Yeah, and then eventually made a little bit of money doing that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Moved in with my parents, and now I am a student at Valley College while I do comedy. So
That's nice.
Valley College.
But you're studying film, right?
yeah,
That's what I thought. And doing stand up, but you're doing so well.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I
I'm not
mean,
gonna
you
turn that down.
understand. There's a lot of people in this town. Of course, you know, however you measure success. But like, I would say that you've been doing this for a few years, right?
Yeah.
There's some people that do stand up for like 15 years and never see the Comedy Store, never see the
Right.
Improv, never step foot outside, Sal's Comedy Store or whatever the fuck that is, where you pay the $5. Is that
Yeah.
what it is? Where you pay the
Sal's.
$5? Yeah. We actually have to pay to perform. So, you know what I mean? Like, I just think, I don't know. I think you kind of went up there fast. You
Yeah.
climbed the ranks
It's
fast.
because I'm pretty hilarious.
Yeah. Wow. Clearly.
You need that.
What are you working on now? What's one of your strongest bits or sets that you like, or a favorite that you like?
I've actually been working a lot on my crowd work lately,
Okay.
and I gotta say I have a lot more fun doing that than jokes at times.
Well, yeah, because you can just stand up there and be like, just don't get lazy like Chris D'Elia, who just
Yeah.
all he does is fucking, hey, stoners are look at these fucking stoners. Even though I'm a stoner that just got lucky and got on Whitney Cummings' retarded ass show.
I can't
He
imagine.
didn't get lucky. You know how he got that job.
Yeah, his dad.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Everyone
yeah.
knows. I don't give a fuck. Listen to me. I don't give a fuck. This is
shouldn't.
my fucking
We got
podcast, and I'll
history.
fucking tell. And I got
We
a
got
fucking.
history
I got a
with Chris
history with Chris
I
D'Elia.
heard about this.
Yeah,
Starbucks
it's 100.
incident, right?
No, it was a nice coffee
Well,
shop
you
called
should tell the
Priscilla's.
story because the audience hasn't heard this.
that's
I don't.
true.
I don't have meetings at Starbucks like every other chode. So every other fucking follower, let's just go get our fucking gingerbread latte and fucking kill ourselves. Anyways, so we're at a very nice mom and pop coffee shop.
Okay.
It's called Priscilla's. I don't know if they want me associating their nice, beautiful, little cute, cozy coffee shop with this, but it is a very nice, cute coffee shop, and it's privately owned and stuff. So we're there. Me and Mark decide to have a meeting there.
Yeah,
and,
pre-podcast kind of like planning meeting.
yeah. Nothing major on like what was it, Saturday or Sunday afternoon, something like that.
Saturday or something.
Saturday, and they're slammed, and there's only one table free, and we're like, oh, thank God. And it was actually raining here for once, so we couldn't sit outside. So we get the one table, and we sit down, and it happens to be right next to Chris D'Elia. Okay.
And it wasn't a table either. What was it?
Oh, wasn't it a Pac-Man?
It was a Miss Pac-Man
Miss Pac-Man.
table video game. You know those ones that's like
The
a
old
table?
school,
Okay,
old
yeah.
school, where the glass top.
They're called a cocktail arcade.
There you go.
Oh, of course. You know the name.
All
It's okay.
apologies.
He's our engineer Wikipedia man.
Yeah, I actually know someone. When I was married, my ex-husband owned one actually. Not a Mrs. Pac-Man though. That was cooler. But so we sit next to him, and I even ignore him on purpose because when I was new here to LA years ago, I went to the Comedy Store and was outside, like the outside bar, and I saw him, and it was like I don't remember what was happening with Whitney. It was still in the air. They didn't know what was happening. It was like so long ago. I don't know. But I went up to him and just like kind of said hi and just said I was a fan of the show. And he does have an okay Keanu Reeves impression. Okay. So like, I think I even was like, I dig your Keanu Reeves. I was being really nice. And he was just like, sure. And then went back to his buddies. And I was like, oh, okay. giant dick. Like, I'm okay. I never approach people and tell them I like their work. It's so rare for me. And I waited on Mel Gibson one time. Didn't say a word to him. I actually told him he forgot to pay the check. So it takes a lot for me to go up and introduce myself and all that stuff. So I let it go. I was like, all right, maybe he's having a good time, or he's, I don't know. So I just said, screw it. So I see him, and he's with this girl, and I see him, and I'm like, I'm not going to pay him any attention because the last time I saw this guy. So we have our meeting. It goes on for like 45 minutes. And then he gets up finally and leaves. And I said to Mark, I'm so glad he's gone because that was such a huge distraction. Because he was sitting really close, like probably where you were to me.
Okay.
And he's with this girl. At first, they were all lovey-dovey. And then you could tell, you can tell when someone like is kind of eavesdropping on your conversation. And he kept leaning back. And then he stopped talking to her a lot.
Yeah.
And so we knew he was listening.
Well, we were saying things like, podcast and format and, get comics and, just like buzzwords that would kind of make him, as we were saying things like that, he'd kind of go, You could tell he was listening. I mean,
I know body language, and I can tell you can tell when someone's eyes are on you.
The thing is, I didn't know who this guy was. I've never heard of this comic before this time. I'm being completely honest. Never heard of him. Never seen him. Didn't know who he was. So take that, Chris. I had no idea who he was, and so yeah, like as we're having this conversation, I noticed that, and I started listening to kind of what he was kind of leaning into his girl and kind of like whispering things and kind of like using his head like, these losers over here talking about podcasts and come, think they're comics and stuff like that. I was kind of like, all right, okay, dude.
Thank you.
So I go. Thank God he's gone, because that was very distracting when we're trying to like talk to each other, and it wouldn't matter if he was who it was. If it was a little kid, it'd be distracting. Right. So, and Mark was like, he was making fun of us the whole time. And I go, he was, and he's like, yeah. And I go, well, what was he saying? He goes, he was just, leaning into his girl, whispering about, look at these guys with their stupid fucking podcast. And he was just making little comments to her, like and I saw him whispering to her, and I was like, oh my God. And you know what? Here's my thing. I told Mark this. Okay, so if I overheard some dudes talking about their Dungeons and Dragons podcast or their, I can't even think of another thing. What's another thing that geeks like?
Warhammer,
Star Trek, Star Wars.
Game of Thrones.
So if I heard someone talking about something and they were legit, we were talking about equipment, we were talking about a bunch of other stuff, I'd be like, you know what? Cool for them, though, because they're getting something going.
Right.
I would not be making fun of them like really hardcore.
Well,
no.
I think that's how you can tell which comedians have actually come up through working their way through the circuit. And the circuit, that was a terrible
whatever
term. But who came up in like the clubs and dealing with bar shows, and you
right.
Like I think you gain a certain amount of respect for people who are actually like working for it.
Yeah.
But the guys like that,
like even in January, for instance, a few months ago, whatever month this is, I was in Cleveland, Ohio. I was at home visiting, and I went to an open mic. I went to Pounders. It's in a town called Parma. Is that okay?
Oh yeah,
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
they got that Taco Bell.
Beautiful Parma Heights, and we stayed the whole time. I performed when I got done. My best friend and I stayed. I clapped my ass off, and I'm like, these are Cleveland comics trying to make it. Like and they were actually, everyone was super funny, and I wouldn't, even if someone got up there and they weren't funny, I wouldn't have shit on them just because I know my set was solid that night and I did really well, but it's just that whole point. So I said, fuck it. I got out my phone because I couldn't let it go. And I started tweeting Chris Delia. And I was like, hey, fuckface with your big fucking head. I know you were at this fucking coffee shop making fun of me for starting a podcast. Fuck you. Fuck your big head. And then just to be nice, and because Mark's Mormon, was like,
only because I'm Mormon.
Let's turn it around and not make the tweet so dark. And maybe jokingly invite him to be a guest. So I said, fine, fuck it.
Gotta promote the show.
Yeah.
Promote the show. Whatever. And there's a lot of people. So I was nice and I said, interested in being a guest since you were just shitting on my podcast. And no response, which is fine. So half an hour later, I tweet him again and I say, hey, I should have clarified. You were sitting in a coffee shop about 90 minutes ago and you were telling some chick, you were eating a muffin and telling some chick she was, quote, so awesome, end quote.
And
then no response. So I just did the lip smacking thing. I'm so sorry. It's so gross. So
Yes, please don't do the lip smacking thing.
okay, I know not to do the lip smacking thing. And I go on Delia's stupid Twitter page like a few days later, just out of curiosity, and I'm blocked. I'm like, what the fuck? You can block people on Twitter? I know you can do it on Facebook, but on Twitter, I thought it was kind of like, hey, everybody. Oh, well, unless there's like a serious threat, of course. I figured they'd probably have admin that would remove you, but I didn't know you could really block people from Twitter because all you get is like a sentence.
Just because you got caught talking shit.
Exactly. That has to have been it because, I mean, you know, this guy who has supposed success, right? Mm-hmm. Who cares what some person at a coffee shop says? We totally busted him.
Yeah.
We totally busted him. Like, why else would you block her? She was calling him out, and rather than like this guy who supposedly is really good at crowd work could have gone back and forth with you, could have had some fun.
Absolutely.
And could have kept it going. No.
He could have been like,
what did he do? Yeah. Blocks her.
Blocks her. He could have been like, hey, you redheaded chubby weirdo that was sitting next to me. And I would have been like, bring it, dude. Let's sling some shit.
That's the best thing that could have happened. It's so awesome that he blocked you because it just now is just like put her like anger level.
Oh, my ego has been soaring since that happened. And I just don't. Okay, I have a friend of me, but not really a friend of me. Her name's Kristen Gerbach. She's been my sworn enemy kind of since elementary school, even though we used to be friends. Still friends, still wish her well. But I see her perfect. Like, she lives in San Francisco, got a perfect life with perfect babies. And I would see it, and I'm like, ugh. Chris D'Elia has now stepped in to that. Actually, you know what? I take it back. I got bullied in high school real bad. Like, these kids, her name was Amanda Janice. She would throw stones at my car when I would pull out of the driveway. They would follow me to high school and throw stones at my car, like pebbles.
Okay.
Chris D'Elia has now stepped into that spot. Like, my sworn public enemy is now Chris D'Elia.
I love it.
Now, say one day you're out on the Comedy Store patio. You see him there. What's going to happen? You going to approach him?
You've got to.
I think I got to. Maybe, I don't know. I'll just walk up to him and say, hey.
You can't block this bitch.
Half of all marriages end in sweatpants.
No,
that's
terrible.
I'll be like, hey, buddy, your career is going to end in sweatpants. I think that's what I would say to him. I hope so. And I know what, when he someday, 80 years from now, when he's dead, I'm going to get my certificate in tissue recovery, and I'm going to stand over his dead body with a fucking chisel and a fucking saw and just
block me now.
Block me now. Just take his limbs apart, and then I'm going to access his Twitter account real quick before it gets deactivated. And just
Twitter will
and then
still be around.
Follow me. I'm going to have his account follow my account.
You're gonna use the scalpel and put like hashtag, follow me like in his flesh.
Hashtag follow me in his flesh. Jesus Christ, Mark.
It's getting creepy, guys.
It's getting hot.
So yeah.
I just showed up to an apartment in Burbank, and now we're talking about hashtagging people's flesh.
Let's go ahead and Brian, go ahead and lock the door. Thanks.
Oh, it's already locked.
Take a sip of water. It was so hard.
Are we gonna call your sister back, or is she just gonna sit by her phone waiting?
How much time do we have?
I don't know how much time.
We're at about around almost 40 minutes.
All right, I don't know.
Okay, we should wrap it up then.
I don't know. We should kind of wrap it up.
No, we'll call her next time.
Maybe we'll call hey, by the way, guys, look forward to me calling either family members or old friends, because I'm an asshole and I don't care, I think, about any of them. I mean, I do care about them, but I want them to be tortured publicly on my podcast. So I'm going to have a segment called Let's Call My Mom. I forgot to tell you this, Mark.
I read it on your Facebook.
Oh, let's call my mom, but we never tell her. She won't know. And then my friend Amber, she gets mad she's worse than I am. Like, she hates the world. Oh, speaking of, I just wanted to say real quick about the grocery store.
Oh, right.
Oh, so I went to the grocery store just now, and there was this chick, she's like 14, she's walking through the store with her giant Galaxy, just texting, and she hit me, and I was like, wow, watch where you're going, sweetheart. And then later the family, they kept bumping into them. And then they got in line with me, and they were invading my personal space so bad. You know how like I felt her, I just hit my mic. I felt her breath on my fucking shoulder.
What?
I'm like, bitch, get the fuck away from me.
Like how? Like, what was she doing?
She was on her phone the whole time, and she doesn't realize because she was holding it up like this, like she's taking a selfie and texting at the same time. Can you do that? Can you just take a selfie?
But how's her breath on your shoulder? Is she like resting the phone? Like, is she
over
your shoulder?
shoulder?
No, wait. She wanted to get a selfie of you from behind you.
I don't know. And then she's right here, just texting up in the air, Mark. She's just texting up in the air, and I'm like right here.
Interesting.
What made me even more mad is this is their purchase. It's phone chargers, a 4-pack of Red Bull, and a loaf of bread.
Dude,
That's
a
what this
party.
mom is buying her children.
That's a party.
And then the daughter leans over the
I see,
belt
yeah.
and is just texting while they're trying to purchase these 3 items.
It's as if guys, for those who can't see, it's as if the
We're gonna
daughter
post this to the website.
has gotten onto the conveyor belt,
Literally threw her body on the conveyor belt.
and is about to be scanned.
And all they're buying, do
all
you
the
know
while
if
I'm
all
heckling the
I'm not
scanner.
making mad. I'm not making this up. They're buying phone chargers, a 4-pack of Red Bull, and a loaf of bread.
Well,
Yeah.
at least it looks like the bread is whole wheat, so
Oh yeah,
maybe
Yeah.
a little
grain.
health conscious.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I bet it's gluten-free.
Ugh.
Doesn't it look like that gluten-free
Yeah.
shit, that Udi shit? Of course. Oh, I'll feed my children Red Bull, but not... Okay, I was a bartender for 10 years.
Yeah.
And back in the day when Red Bull, the bombs were popular.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yeah.
The cherry bombs and all that stuff. Red Bull is fucking disgusting with liquor in it.
yeah.
Without the
It's disgusting on
liquor,
its own.
yeah. I would never feed
All
that to
those
my
drinks
kids.
are terrible.
I gotta admit, I'm an energy drink fiend.
Are you?
Me
Yeah.
too, but not Red Bull.
Yeah, and I can't mix it with liquor.
I can't even drink.
awful.
I tried like a rock star, and I was like, so who crushed up a bunch of Smarties and put them in this water?
Yeah.
For me, it's like meth in a can.
I've never
Like I
tried that.
drink it, and then I want to clean everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but see, that's good stuff.
Yeah,
And then you probably do
I'm
clean.
very efficient.
I think I
And then
haven't
if you
eaten
mix it
these.
with weed, then you get to be high and efficient.
Oh, see?
But are you being efficient, and then you're kind of like are lazy about it? You're like, I know I should be cleaning,
Okay,
but I'm not gonna clean.
efficient for a stoner.
Okay. So that's like you close, you put the cap back on the milk. Like,
Yeah,
He just
Nice.
starts.
half the efficiency of an
Alright.
actual person.
He just starts. He finally
job
gets.
done.
He finally gets around to rating everything on Netflix.
Yeah.
Ah, there you
yeah,
go.
Bob's
Mhm.
Burger. This episode was 5 stars, actually.
Yeah.
Well, that's important for people to know.
And
Okay.
then finally got all those Amazon reviews done.
You go onto Yelp and you're like, you know what? This restaurant is 3 chilies. 3 chilies.
3 whole chilies.
3 chilies. Okay, Mark. So you just had a baby.
I did.
How old's the baby now?
Well, my wife did. It'd be biologically impossible unless I was Arnold
Hey, no,
Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, I was gonna say Arnold Schwarzenegger. He did it.
It was 2 weeks ago. Thank you very much. We
Congratulations,
named him
Mark.
Eddie.
Firstborn
He's our
baby.
First boy, yeah. Wife's doing good. He was 7 pounds 3.5 ounces. Not really sure what that means, but people always want to ask what
Yeah,
that means.
people give us shit about
Listen,
that.
pregnancy stuff is so weird. Like trimester, that is not used in any other
No.
field in the world. You don't ever somebody says, "Hey, how long have you been doing comedy?" Oh, about 4 trimesters.
Yeah.
No one says that. Why don't you just say months?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I feel like it's almost like a farming term.
yeah, it's like, "Oh, my
trimester.
first
Just don't be
trimester."
one of those parents that do that. How old's your kid? Oh, he's 76 weeks.
So- yeah,
Oh
that's so
God,
weird.
Mark!
Don't
If
do
you do
that.
that
I
shit,
wanna
you're off
kill
this
those-
fucking
No.
podcast.
No, I'm not doing it. And so I don't understand. Like, how big was he? Like 7 pounds, 3.5 ounces. Ooh, that's healthy, baby. I'm like, is it? I don't.
They want to know how wide your wife's
Yeah,
vagina is now.
Yeah,
like-
exactly. Was she dilated to a 4? Yep. But yes, his name's Ethan. He's doing great. He's awesome. Mom's doing good, and we're good.
You can't hear anything.
Oh, we just lost Mychelle.
And that's why this isn't live.
Well,
Let's check if you're plugged
there we go.
in.
Here,
Are you plugged in?
I am.
I can start acting really mad and like I'm her. It'll be just as good. About as good. It'll be just as good as her.
Can
Whoopi
everybody else
Goldberg.
hear themselves?
I can hear myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear
Can you
myself.
hear
Oh,
yourself
okay.
now?
Here we go.
Fuck you! I'm gonna get really good at my Whoopi impression, dick.
Are you? So can
Dick
you hear or
fuck.
not?
I'm good. I'm good.
She's
I can hear.
good.
It's because your foot is standing on the plug.
Ah,
And
so
I'm not. We're not cutting this part out.
her
because
foot
your
was standing on the
Yeah,
mute
you
button.
just stood on your own headphone wire. Why
Oh,
won't
okay.
it work?
Oh, all right. You know what? Okay. Anyways, talk
Yeah.
about your
No,
baby.
he's doing good. He's great. He's
Well,
cute,
here's
he's
my
lovely.
question: would you
What?
ever buy your? It's 14 years from now.
Yeah.
Are you gonna buy your baby a 4-pack of Red Bull?
No, I don't want my kid to drink any drinks. It's no
I
good.
mean-
I just don't think it's good for you. But battery chargers, yes.
No,
Loaf of
phone
bread.
chargers.
Oh, phone chargers. That's true.
Well, yeah, so they can be connected. She ran into me, the 14-year-old girl. She ran into me because she was on her phone.
I was at Disneyland, and there was a kid that was this was a couple months ago. There was a kid who, for all intents and purposes, looked like he was by himself, and he had a selfie stick. You know these things, these
Yeah,
selfie
oh my
sticks.
God, yes.
Okay, but we're waiting in line for a ride. We're not moving, right? It's a line. We're like inching along, and he was just like,
Mark's doing
I'm
the
like-
selfie stick.
I'm
You
like,
can't
what?
see it.
I'm like, what do you do? I'm like,
Because I want to take those selfie sticks and
I didn't understand what he was
I
doing. I'm
wanna
like,
beat them to
you got a
death with
picture
their own
of
selfie
yourself
stick.
in the line, and you're gonna do like hashtag still waiting.
Still waiting to be interesting.
I just didn't get it. I don't get the
Yeah, I don't
selfie
get
stick.
it.
I don't. Neither do I.
I have no
And
problem
they're
with
like
selfies.
$20.
I don't. I have the term. I have a problem with the term selfie, but taking a picture of yourself has been done ever since cameras were invented.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
And do you know that those? I'm sorry.
Go
Those selfie
No,
sticks
Yeah.
are outrageously expensive.
Oh,
for
yeah.
a
How much are
stick.
they? Do you know?
I was in Venice, and usually things are a little bit cheaper
Yeah.
on the boardwalk there.
Mm-hmm.
They had 3 different options. One was just the stick. Then you could get one with Bluetooth
Sure.
that could take the picture for you. Then
Yeah.
you could get one.
What?
that
I didn't even know
did,
that was a
like
thing.
Something
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
It went up to like $40 for a stick
For a
that you could
fucking
put
stick.
Yeah.
We're in the wrong business, Michelle.
Yeah.
Let's
no
create, let's create
shit.
something. Let's create something called like the selfie. I don't know, the selfie hat.
Well,
And we'll
That's a
charge-
good idea, actually.
It just flips down.
You heard it
But
here,
then we
guys.
gotta get Obama to.
We got to get Obama to subsidize it. That's
Yeah.
true. Help us, Obama. We need an
He
Obama
promoted
phone.
the shit out of that selfie stick.
He did?
That's true.
Yeah.
He did use a selfie
He did
stick
a whole
in the Oval
commercial
Office.
like with him using the selfie
I'm
stick.
kind of over. Is it
Are
even-
you over? You were just gonna say you're over Obama. Just say
No,
it.
I'm over. I'm over presidents trying to act young and hip.
Yeah.
You are the president. Act like. the
Yeah, I
president.
want to see you running
I'm-
with the Secret Service crew like
Exactly.
the old days.
I'm tired of like, hey, look, I'm hip. Look at me playing the saxophone on Arsenio
I'm
Hall.
here. I
yeah.
am on Ellen
Check
today
me
talking
out. I'm
about
dancing.
kale.
Ooh, look, I'm gonna send out on Instagram. It's like, quit appealing to the youth.
It-
We should be afraid of our presidents. We should
Yeah, I
be
wanna be
like,
afraid.
we should be like.
That's why I want
like,
Hillary.
You're like, holy cows, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. You know, like, I mean, do you think that like Grover Cleveland was gonna go into Oval Office and have a selfie stick?
Grover
no.
Cleveland.
People were like afraid of Grover Cleveland.
Well, yeah, because it's Grover Cleveland. His name's Grover.
That's scary.
Yeah, he's
It
like
is
the one
scary.
president we don't talk about that got, almost
It's like he
assassinated.
didn't. It's like Grover
Right.
or
Cleveland
he got
never
he
happened.
did get assassinated. He died
Well, do you know
from
what's so funny? I had a coworker once. Oh my gosh, because there's extremes on either side, right? We can agree there's super extreme conservatives and there's super extreme liberals, and they're both just crazy, right? This girl, she was, oh my gosh, she was like so liberal to the point where it was like just being liberal just so she could be liberal type of, like, you don't even know what being liberal means, do you? Like, she was
No.
just crazy. She's like, in all honesty, seriously, because this was before this is when George Bush was still president. She's like, seriously, George Bush is probably like the worst president we've ever had in the history of the United States. I'm like,
Everyone says that.
can you name 3 other presidents?
Can you name
She
three other? Can you name 3 other presidents?
She
Period.
couldn't. She said like JFK. I said, okay, name 3 others that are not Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, and I'll even say Ronald Reagan. And she's like, well, we had Clinton. Like, mhm.
Yeah, we did have.
Who became before Clinton? She's like, oh. I'm like,
Oh my
here's,
god.
here's a trick question. It's the same name as the president we have right now. She's like, no, he came after Clinton. I'm like,
Yay.
I just love people who are like, it was like hip to hate. It's kind of like hip to hate Obama on
Right.
some groups, and it's hip to hate George Bush. It's like, what about like Herbert Hoover? I'm gonna start saying that I hate Herbert Hoover.
Just say it. Who gives a shit? No one's gonna.
Man,
no one's
he
gonna
was the
fight you on
worst
it.
president.
I will
He
say.
the worst president.
Do you know?
We're
What's,
gonna call you out on it.
do you know what's interesting is here in LA.
Garfield.
Screw Buchanan.
Dude, Garfield. Ooh, what a
Oh wait, no, Garfield was one that got
Prick.
assassinated. Sorry, correction.
What a prick, man.
It wasn't Cleveland. It was Garfield.
So dumb.
I was just
Anyways.
gonna say Quincy Jones, but that's a.
Quincy Jones
that's
is a
another one.
great music producer.
Okay, listen.
Past presidents is a great topic for a podcast.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like can we stop this
name for a
immediately?
band.
I will literally do anything if we can stop talking about this.
Okay, let's go back to our guest, Eddie.
Eddie, what do you think is? Do you have a goal with comedy? Like my goal is to change the world and make people hate everything the way I see it, kind of thing. I think that's my ultimate goal.
That is deep.
Because you know what?
Assimilation.
Because I want everyone to be school. Everyone's just not school. Like just now, I'm gonna totally shame the fuck out of that family that bought the 4-pack of Red Bull. I'm gonna put that picture up that I took at the grocery store because I want everyone to, I guess, realize their own shit, and that's what a lot of people don't do, especially in this age of like Twitter and social media where everyone just passes the blame on other people, and I can't stand it. So I guess that's my biggest goal.
I guess I just want to get to the point where people bring me drugs to my shows.
Perfect.
Free drugs.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
a goal. A goal is a goal is a goal.
Like bring me some pot, some mushrooms.
Yeah.
maybe some coke, but we'll keep it on the DL.
DL.
You know?
Well, yeah. And we're just spitting words. No police department can arrest you for saying
Yeah.
that. I can say that all I want. I want heroin
Yeah.
all the time.
There's also a beverage called Coke. Hello.
Yeah, let's not get all crazy, Mychelle. I was thirsty.
Come on.
Get cotton mouth from the weed. You know?
Right.
Yeah, Coca-Cola. There actually was an energy drink, speaking of energy drinks, called cocaine, and I used to drink it all the time, and it was amazing. They took it off the
listen, I
market.
tried
Remember
it.
that?
Yeah.
I think it was red, and it tasted like cherry goodness.
I swear my throat went numb after I tried it.
Oh, it was so good. And it came in a little white can.
And
It
that's
was
probably
amazing.
why it's off the market.
Whatever. Whatever,
There was
haters.
actually cocaine in it.
Like Taylor Swift, haters gonna hate. Right? Is that how the song goes, Mark?
Who's
you
Taylor
know.
Swift?
Oh, please. You probably
This
have
is a
Taylor
test.
Swift
It's a
pajamas.
test.
I prefer the James Franco. They hate us because they ain't us.
That's right.
They hate us because they ain't us.
Because it has the word
It sounds
anus
like
in it.
anus.
Yeah, there you go.
Ah, I
That's
just
the
realized
joke,
I just fell for
anus.
that. I just fell for that. Like a fucking dumb bitch. Like, bye, Felicia. I just spouting out shit.
Whoopee? Whoopee?
Shut up. This shirt's a nice shirt. Ugh,
It is a nice shirt.
Sweating
It's a nice
in
shirt.
it, and I know she didn't want to wear it. I'm sweating my ass off in it.
Molly. You in danger, girl.
So Eddie, like, what's do you have any upcoming shows that you want to plug?
Yeah, I
for
think we
us,
should-
or
I don't
what's
know.
up?
Yeah, I'll be at Flappers Comedy Club Sunday, April 12th.
And that's,
Oh, nice.
8.
and that's in Burbank.
Yeah, Burbank, downtown Burbank. Be
Okay.
in the main room.
I feel like you're always at the
if I see-
Comedy Store. You guys can just go down to the Comedy Store and just ask.
Yeah.
Just ask around.
Yeah.
If you
Ask
don't have the
Christina.
internet. Like, you just-
If you do have
Eddie.
the internet, I'm on Twitter.
What's your Twitter?
Smoking Eddie.
Smoke it. And now, how is that spelled? Because there's a K-I-N, like apostrophe or...
Regular smoking, like properly spelled.
Oh, properly spelled. I like that.
Yeah, I'm a stoner who knows grammar. And that's
on.
important.
Nothing sexier than knowing grammar. I tutored English
you.
in college, so...
And then I'm also on Facebook, just facebook.com/Eddie Shively.
Oh.
Spell your last name for everybody.
Yeah, because the E's in a different spot.
Yeah, SHIVELY.
We'll
Ah.
also put all this on the website and the Facebook page.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Thanks, engineer. Or as I like to call him, Knob
Or you can
Monkey.
just spell it like an idiot, and no one will actually write it down.
Oh, okay.
Everybody
Mr.
listens
Sunshine.
to podcasts with like
Quick,
a
I
pen
need
and
a
paper
pen.
nearby.
Yeah, everyone listens to a podcast with a pen and paper, like, ready to go.
I want this guest information.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotta have it.
Or the old school, like writing it on your palm. It's like, just find a piece of paper.
Listen, you horrible jackass. I don't write it on the palm because your palm gets sweaty and then
Right.
you should wash your hands after you pee. But like on the back of my hand, I always write stuff.
You know, it'd be funny if you wrote on the back of your hand that says "Quit writing on your hand."
Or, I don't know, the Pen 15 Club. Hey, Mark, you want to join the Pen 15 Club?
What
The
hell are
Pen
you talking
15
about?
Club.
She's making shit up.
Remember, okay, because you guys are guys.
Oh, wait a
We
minute.
were
Is
girls.
it like as an IS instead of 15?
Yeah, you say, do you want to join? When we were like
I
in
get it.
second
Penis.
grade, the Pen 15 Club, and the girl says yes, and then you write penis.
I'm
And
going to
the
do that to my
sh-
girlfriend tonight.
Do it.
Right, penis all over.
And
Do
the
it.
show has reached a new low.
I'm sure there'll be a new low after this.
It's our first show. It's so awesome.
Oh my
Eddie.
God. Okay, well, let's
Thanks for
wrap it
being
up,
here,
guys,
man.
because no one gives a fuck
problem.
about
Thank
us
you.
anyways.
Oh,
Someday when
hush.
Eddie
Aw.
becomes big, that's probably when we'll have our most downloads. 5 years from now when you're doing
Nah,
a
nah,
Netflix
nah.
special, and then finally this will get downloaded. Anyways, guys, can I get some music or...
Yeah, let's again. Thank you so much again to Eddie Shively. We got remember April 12th, Flappers in Burbank. Go to Smoking Eddie. That's Smoking EDDIE for Twitter. Thanks for coming in, man.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for having
Eddie.
me, guys.
Thanks, Mark Day. You useless
welcome.
fuck. My engineer, Brian. All right, Mad Mike Podcast, guys. MadMikePodcast.com. And Mad Mike on podcast on Twitter. Bye, guys.